Hey everyone, and welcome back. So today's a little bit different, as I promised you. We're going to do a play along. So you don't get to just see me scream and shout about Jaws or be elated by my wins. Today is a play along. I promised all of you that this was going to happen. And I know there's plenty of you out there that can easily beat me. But today we're going to be heading for the play along that I think I need to practice anyway. Let's get into it. Okay, so we've got Vietnam. That is where we're going to do the play along for today. So first off, if you're going to play along, go into the description, click on the link, go and play, then come back. Okay, go and play first, then come back. We done that? Good. Right, so Vietnam is basically the country that I've improved on the most. And when I say improved on, I mean knowing it's Vietnam. I don't think I ever guessed Vietnam before one of you guys actually helped. A couple of you guys kind of pointed out how to spot Vietnam, and I do now. Like almost with 100% accuracy, I know Vietnam. My biggest problem is knowing where in Vietnam, because I can't read Vietnamese. I can just understand that something is Vietnamese. Now I do know a couple of tricks of trying to find somewhere, but they're not always on when I'm looking, even when it says something in Vietnamese. So I might think, oh, I am somewhere, definitely, it looks like this, and then be like, oh no, what the sign actually said was that you were 200 miles away from it. I wouldn't know. So we're going to give it a go. Now, most of you are better than me, let's be honest, we know this, but I wonder whether you're better specifically on a country like Vietnam, because it may be that a lot of people that are better will be like, oh, well, I know it's north, or I know it's south, or I know it's this or that. Doesn't necessarily mean you're going to know the country that much better, especially because may not be one that comes up for you that much. But we do know that Hanoi is up here and Ho Chi Minh is down here, which means it can be a big difference in points. So we've got it to challenge on moving and 2.5 minutes. That's how much we're going to give each other. We're going to give a decent amount of time. So some of you are probably going to guess the feckin' road, but let's get into it. Okay, so if you saw those medals in the bit I was looking at, you want to be getting minimum of 5k basically, and you get a medal. So I'll go with that. Bin Hong Lan? No, don't know. Is there going to be more anywhere else down here though? Okay. This is feeling pretty rural, which makes me think south. That's no guarantee at all. I feel like the south is a little bit more rural, but like nearer to Ho Chi Minh, but there's no guarantee whatsoever. Oh. Well, thanks for this piss take. The reason I'm saying it's a piss take, by the way, is not because the flag's there. It's because, like, we are doing one on Vietnam. So the thing you look for a lot of time is the map. And then this thing has just gone, here, we're in Vietnam. Did you know we're in Vietnam? It's like, yeah. Yes. I want to know where. No idea. It says Vietnam. Chain Ban, Vietnam. Ngat Than. Oh dear. Okay. What's this? Thong Hanoi. Okay, so 500 more meters is on Hanoi. Hanoi. So does that mean I was wrong? We're not in the south and we're in the north. I am prepared for this to be a very bad guess. Just want to put that one out there. But I can't ignore, Jesus, it's the Noi bit. I can't ignore the fact that it says Hanoi. And there's a river there. I mean, maybe we're in the bit more green bit here. Can we see Goi Dok or anything like that? Song Kong Hui. I don't think I'm going to get a better guess. I think I'm going to have to go for there. Let's go for it. Yes. Okay. Seeing Hanoi or seeing a place doesn't always give it away though. But luckily, I could see the river. Okay, so where we were... Khao Dang, that was on the thing, wasn't it? Khao Dang, that was there. Okay. we read it relatively well. It wasn't actually the bigger of those. This one I think we could see. I think it was this that we could see. But seeing a river and thinking, did it okay? Yeah, we'll take that. Okay, next. I should be able to get my 5,000, hopefully. That's the minimum. I think that gives me a bronze medal. They've started doing that now, so you could figure things. You could kind of get little presents for things. Not presents, but you know what I mean. Okay. Can I get slightly closer to that? No, I cannot. Fucking brilliant. Now, unfortunately, there being a river isn't always a massive giveaway if you haven't figured out where you are first. The reason for that is Vietnam is covered in rivers and waterways. Like, that's just a big thing. It's that country. So, it doesn't give it away too much. Vietnam. Okay. Hai Dao? Hai Dao? Is that where we are? We're in Hai Dao? Wow, that took us right past. That wasn't meant to. I was meant to... Whoa, 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 whoa. I was... Bloody hell, okay, right. Hai Dao, Hai Dao. Hai Dao, I don't know where that's gonna be. Don't put me into the bloody thing like that. Alright. This feels southern, but I just don't know. I said that over the last one. I wasn't, so... Tongue. It's not giving me much here. I can't make out what it says in the end here. Okay. I hate when it does that. And it's thrown me back to this. What the fuck, Geoguessr? Stop messing with me, you bastard. It does this a lot. It's probably on the, like, I guess maps where it's, you know, been done on bike. That probably gives it away to someone. I bet you there's someone out there that knows, oh, if it's done by a bike, it means that it's in this region. In Hoc Hien and Hoc Hien. So I feel like it's down here. I don't know why, but I just... Okay, I'm going to go down here. I was right. It was in the south. Okay. Unfortunately, I still only get 1,700 points there because it's such a big country. But I'm happy because I've got the right part of the country anyway. I think that would have been a very, very hard guess for anyone. Like, if there's one of you that got that, did you? Or did you watch me first? No, I'm sure there's potentially one of you that got that really well, but that, I think I did well there. I think I did okay. Right, next. TP Tan Kai. All right, okay, so we're in Tam Kai, wherever the hell that is. If anyone's wondering why I've immediately done that, it's because I have been told by you guys, and I have used it before, that if there's TP first, that is telling you where it is. So TP, and then afterwards, that's the name of the place. Now, unfortunately, Tan Kai is not somewhere I have ever heard of or really seen on a map, but I did just see a load of places around Hanoi with the word Tan, which means it may be a regional Tan Kai. It's here. Bang. Yes, come on. Come on. Yes, look at that. Look how close I am. 4,953. Can you imagine if I'd got that? So, on a joules, I meant if I'd got that. So, there's the problem. You don't always have that amount of time. I'm giving myself 2.5 minutes because it's just been more fun this way. But imagine, you go in and someone just goes, oh, well, it's Vietnam, and just guesses. And then you're stuck 15 seconds trying to find that. I didn't find that in 15 seconds. That took me longer. And I would have probably, because I kept seeing Tam, if I was pushed, I'd have probably gone up here because there was a lot of Tams up here. I was starting to think it was regional, but actually, just down here, just below the middle of the country, I'm happy with that one. So that's a little trick that most of you probably know already, but there was only one of you that specifically mentioned it. So I'll say it again. If it says TP, and then full stop. Whatever's afterwards, at the end of a thing on one of the businesses, that's where you are. Okay, let's keep going. Ooh, which direction do I go? There's like 4. Okay, this way. What are we getting? What are we getting? What are we getting? Anything. Very rural, like very rural. Because this isn't just like farmlandy type thing. This is rural in general. And some nice, interesting looking houses. I don't know if they actually are houses. They might be places of worship. I'm not 1,000,000%, but okay. So we're by the river again, which again, as I say, is not the big gotcha as it would be in some countries. Like you find a river in certain countries, like, oh, okay, there's a big load of water. I'm in this part of the country, but you find it in Vietnam, you can be pretty much all over. I mean, if you find a lot of riverways in England, for instance, then it's not guaranteed, but you're very likely to be in like the Birmingham or the Midlands area because it has a lot of that kind of a lot of waterways there. Like we have a lot of canal boats that go along there. But of course there are canals all over England, but it gives you an idea more. Vietnam, it's far more difficult. I feel like I've just got to go with a gut here, which makes me think down here. I'll keep going for a little minute just to see, but this is a big gut shot, this one. This is definitely a vibes play. Unfortunately, my vibes on Vietnam have never been great. I tend to get the wrong end of the country, so the fact that I'm going south with this, fully prepared for it to be Hanoi. Fully prepared. Yeah, I'm just going to go here. Yeah. Okay, so it's not Hanoi. It wasn't as far up, but yeah. Okay. So where were we? Quang Thai. Okay. I'm not too sure how I would have known that. Right on the river. Look at that. Tran Le was. I saw that on a sign. So is that the name of a place then? That feels. I don't know what that means, but it feels like that'd be a place. But yeah, look. Massive waterways there. Okay, so yeah, 140 I've guessed there. Not great. Let's keep going. Final place. Okay. I should have hedged my bets really. I literally said I tend to not know between north or south. I should have just gone in the middle and not have been actually closer. But, you know, look at this. So beautiful, the architecture in this area of the world. I think Cambodia's got the nicest architecture, but this is not far behind. Van Dot. Now, is that a person? Is that a place? Is that a business? I'm just trying to get like one. Oh, it's really annoying because I want to see this. I was trying to see if any of these were like literally with the name of the place on. Which is possible. Holy Pole! But we're not in Europe. And again, we have got flag. Now, I wonder whether the blue or the yellow mean anything. I don't know. But probably not. Does that say Fan Hoa? What does that say? Hey, Fan. Wondering if there's anything on here. This feels like it might be, I don't know, a school maybe? This feels like it's like they could come and play out here or something. I don't know. Feels like it's a relatively important place actually, doesn't it? I mean, right. How long? I've got 39 seconds. Not helpful. Right. How long? There we go. Didn't have much time to do more looking there. It was actually over here. But TP, how long? That helped me. That helped me. Okay, so specific area. Did it say how long? But I guess that's probably just a region rather than the specific city. I don't know if there's any... I'm trying to think of where I just was. Like, I think I may have been here. I don't know whether that's a church. Well, it wouldn't be a church. It'd be, you know, I don't know if that's a place of worship or that's a school or what, but that looks important. Okay, how did we fare overall? 15,019. 15,019. Let's do the breakdown. So, not the worst in a lot of these. Here I wasn't that bad. Here, number 4, that's where I got it messed up. My third guess is by far my best. Look at that. I have to really zoom in to get where I was going there. And decent guesses with Hanoi and Halong as well. Okay, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed that, and hopefully you're going to come and join me on this leaderboard. I am currently here at 15,000, which I think is pretty good. I think that gets me gold medal on this. I'll have a look in a bit, but I think that's what we get. So 15,019 points. Took me 9 minutes, but I'm not too concerned about how long it took me. I'm pretty happy with that. If I'd done this in Jules, only one of them is screwing me over. If I've got, you know, that, I'm winning a jewel with that kind of guessing, and Hanoi, and a lot of those are pretty good guesses. Only 2 really messed me up. Let's see how you do. Let me know below, and of course I'm going to look back at this next week and see who destroyed me, who maybe did worse than me. But I hope that's been a little bit of a departure from the Jaws, and those of you that have been helping me out with guesses and things like that, let's see how well you do on the actual play along. Anyway, thanks for joining me everyone, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.